Hello. I wanted to pop on for a few minutes and talk to you a little bit about some of the things that we will be doing in the coming weeks. I'll post some videos from time to time to go over a few concepts, and just so that we get a little bit of interaction that's more like a classroom. I do miss seeing students in the classroom when I'm teaching these distance courses. So the first week of classes seems to have gone pretty well. I have returned some of your work. I'm working on grading the rest. Be sure to open your journals and look at the comments I put in there. Even though a lot of you are seeing hundreds for those, I gave good grades for attempting MLA format and completing the journal. Do make sure you look at the comments to see what you need to work on. There are some small errors, and in some cases some larger errors. I understand that MLA format takes a little bit of getting used to, so I did give you credit for completing, but you will need to check back and see what you need to do to get your format squared away. So this week we are starting on essays. I know that might have intimidated some of you, but please do not be intimidated. We do have to kind of jump in with both feet. The best way to become a better writer is to write a lot. So that's what we are going to be doing. I know some of you were also a bit concerned about the workload of the course. It is a lot of work, but please remember that we are doing 16 weeks of work in 8 weeks. So it is pretty fast-paced, but I will do my best to answer questions and help you as much as I can. So you noted that we are starting with an advertising essay. I start with advertising because that's something that we see everywhere. Those of you who have taken Humanities 120 with me, I know I have a couple of you in here, have worked with me looking at advertisements and noticing how pervasive they are. It is something that we're exposed to all the time. And a lot of students are intimidated by the idea of working with academic writing. So I find that working with advertisements is a good way to get going because it's something that we see all the time. We're used to it, and it can be a little bit less intimidating than working with some sort of a complex article. So we'll use advertising analysis as sort of a stepping stone to get us into working with academic writing. So what I'm asking you to do in the ad description analysis, first of all, pick a print ad. Make sure you're working with an advertisement. Don't go grab a screenshot off the product's website or something like that. I want you to look at something like you would see in a magazine, for instance. If you've got a magazine around, flip through it. You can take a picture of the ad in order to use it digitally so that you can share it with me, because I will need to see the ad that you're working with as I grade your writing. So pick something. We'll be working with it again in another ad a little bit later in the course, so pick something that is interesting to you. So in the first part, you will just be describing the ad. You want to give your reader a way to imagine what this advertisement looks like. Imagine that you have to describe it to somebody who has not seen it. You want them to be able to create that picture in the mind. And this could be, you could organize it in spatially as far as what appears first on the page. You could arrange it in order of importance, but make sure that you organize it in a way that your reader can visualize those details and create the picture. So then you will get into analysis. Here's where you're going to think about why the advertiser used the different features that he or she did. Think about what the people in the ad look like. Are they trying to give you people that you identify with? Are they trying to give you people that you aspire to be? What sort of an appeal are they using? Are they trying to appeal to your sense of humor? Are they using sex appeal? Are they using financial appeal? What is it that they're trying to use to get you into this product or service? So that's where you get to start thinking critically. And please keep in mind, I'm giving you credit for completing this assignment. I'll give you some feedback on these first parts before you write the complete ad evaluation, which is what will be due at the end of our week on Thursday night. And I will turn around feedback on the ad description and analysis as quickly as I can. Those are due Tuesday night. You should see feedback from me Wednesday. I'll get to it just as quickly as I can. For those of you who turn yours in earlier, I'll try to turn around the feedback a little bit earlier. So that's the writing assignment for this week. Other than that, I have noted some grammatical issues. I mentioned on the syllabus that this would be a week to focus on fragments and run-on sentences. The biggest error that I'm seeing, and when I say biggest, I mean most frequent error, that I'm seeing in writing right now is the comma splice. A comma splice is when you take two independent clauses or complete sentences and join them with just a comma. A comma is not strong enough to join those independent clauses. The comma has to have a little help, whether that is with a coordinating conjunction. A coordinating conjunction you may have heard referred to as fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So pick whichever one of those would work. You would have your first independent clause, then your comma, then your coordinating conjunction, then the second independent clause. Another way you can join closely related independent clauses is by using a semicolon. You don't have to use a semicolon. It's a fun tool. Don't use too many, and you need to make sure that the two sentences are closely related. You wouldn't say, I went to the zoo today, semicolon, what's for dinner? That wouldn't work. You could, however, say, I went to the zoo today, semicolon, it was very crowded because it's a holiday. That would work. There's some other ways that you can do it. Remember, there's no one correct way to correct a sentence. There are typically many ways. And one of the things you'll want to experiment with is trying some different ways to join your independent clauses and to correct your sentences. I'll be giving you individual feedback on all of your writing assignments. So if there are some problem areas for you, do hang on to those previous assignments and see what you can do to correct those errors. As always, if you have questions, get in touch. I will have some more videos for you every few days. I'm sorry that I was a little bit late getting started with the videos, but I have quite a few students this semester. I'm teaching 2 online classes, and I have more students than I usually do, so it's taking me a little bit longer to return your work and to get videos up. I do the videos every couple of days based on what I'm seeing in your assignments and what questions I'm getting. If you need help, shoot me an email. I'll be glad to get back to you as quickly as I can. I hope some of you are having some time with your family on this Memorial Day weekend and taking some time to remember what Memorial Day is all about. So contact me as I can help you. Be looking at your inbox for any announcements that I'll send out, and check into Blackboard and take a look at your graded work. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care, and I will be back with some more videos in a few days.